would you like to buy a big, beautiful house for as little as $20,000? Yeah, beautiful historic homes that need some work are featured on an Instagram page called Cheap Old Houses.
Appropriately enough, now that people are home more and on social media more, the page is getting extra attention, and some of their biggest buyers are millennials. News 8's Kelly Hessedall takes a closer look at this new phenomenon.
These historic homes on the Instagram page, Cheap Old Houses, come with a price tag anywhere from free to $60,000 to $100,000. People are moving to these small towns from all over the country for these one-of-a-kind fixer-uppers.
It's almost just like visual therapy. You know, like it's just, some things are so beautiful.
Nick Wythe is 25 years old after growing up in Texas and stops in Denver and Buffalo. His new home is in Gwanda, New York, town of 2,000.
It has like one grocery store, it has like a McDonald's, and then like maybe like 4 or 5 restaurants.
Wythe and his partner purchased this historic home built in the 1870s after he spotted it on the Instagram page Cheap Old Houses. This is what it looks like inside. Here's what he paid for the 2,300 square foot home.
They were originally asking just under 60. We were able to get it down to 52,500.
Wythe is part of a trend the couple behind Cheap Old Houses, Ethan and Elizabeth Finkelstein, say is catching on. A big portion of buyers are millennials.
They're at a point in their life when they feel they have kind of infinite possibilities and a lot of opportunities open to them.
It's kind of this interesting take on what could you do with a project? What could you do with a renovation or a restoration?
Before the pandemic, they say they averaged about 10,000 new followers a week. Since the pandemic, that number has more than doubled. They now have more than 1 million followers.
We believe that you can have a beautiful property that is something that you love and that you nurture, and that is, in a way, being a steward of a piece of American history.
What do you think about young people like yourself doing this and choosing to move to these tiny little towns?
I think our parents grew up in a time where it was much more feasible to start a family and buy a house. Like I know plenty of friends who live in New York City, and they're just like, their whole entire paycheck goes towards rent. And I'm sure the same thing in like San Diego.
And these historic homes are unique.
They have a story to tell that hasn't been told in probably a really long time.
And Wythe and his partner plan to do a lot of the renovations themselves. He speculates they could spend anywhere from $50,000 to $80,000 on renovating this home. He even has an Instagram page for his new home. Barbara Lee and Carlo.
All right, thanks, Kelly. I love seeing those old homes restored like that, too. Beautiful.